The bartender strolled up behind the barmaid. "Here after the legends?" "I'm here for the soccer game in Cork. You've a lonely look in your eye. Thought you might be out in search of a Selkie." Emma didn't have time to be lonely. She'd had enough of the wrong men to prefer her own company. But she'd take the bait. "And what, pray tell, is a Selkie?" she asked, knowing it would lead to a story. He leaned on the bar as the barmaid set the glass of stout in front of her. "A Selkie is a seal what's come ashore, and takes on human form. A strikingly bewitching creature who calls the first human it comes in contact with. Irresistible, so they say. Sure, it's mischief the Selkie's after when it walks the land." Emma handed the barmaid her credit card and took a swallow of her stout. One of the patrons chimed in. "They say Frank found his da's skin, and that's how he was able to return to the water." "His da's skin?" Emma repeated cynically, taking another sip. He resumed his tale, the lilt of his speech adding to his flair for storytelling. "The legend tells that whether the Selkie be a man or a woman, when they leave the water, they peel off their skin and hide it for safekeeping. And when they're ready to return, they slip back into it and swim away. But if someone on the land should find the Selkie's skin, the Selkie is imprisoned on the land by that person until their skin is returned to them, or until they find where it's hidden." He paused for dramatic effect, and Emma took another swig. Had the barmaid refilled her glass? She didn't remember finishing her first drink. "The Selkie is beautiful to look upon, and the story tells that the object of their affection falls prey to their charms," he went on. "Many a man or woman have gone mad in the pursuit of capturing a Selkie's skin. While on the land, the Selkie is loyal to that one person. But they are sea creatures at heart, and once they find their hidden skin, they will leave everything behind to return to where they belong." There was something to be said for loyalty. Emma drained her glass, and it was instantly replaced with a full one. She held up a hand to forestall another refill. "But you haven't answered the question about Frank and his father's skin," she said. "A Selkie can live on land for many years, and there are tales that go back generations. A woman sheds tears of loneliness into the sea, and a Selkie can't help but come ashore to ease her sorrow. They're empathetic creatures, Selkies are. If she manages to capture and hide his skin, he's bound to her until such time as he finds it again. They're rumored to be ardent lovers. Many a Selkie has raised a large family, and often enough it's one of its own children who knows where the skin is hidden, and inadvertently tells the secret what sends him back to his home in the sea." As Emma sipped more of her stout, her head began to swim. How many times had the barmaid refilled her glass? Had the bartender answered her question? She didn't remember what she'd asked. She was entranced by the story of a tantalizing man peeling back the black skin of a seal. A man who would seduce her and be loyal to her if she managed to steal and hide his sealskin. Could such a creature exist? He sounded like a better option than most of the human men she knew. "'Tis said Frank's da was a Selkie," the patron at the end of the bar said again. "A Selkie who never found his skin and died whilst on the land. In such a case, it is believed the child of the Selkie can take his place in the sea." Right, that's what she'd ask, except things were becoming more muddled in her head. "True enough," the bartender said with a nod. "The dark ones are a bit odd themselves, as they don't quite fit in." "Dark ones?" Emma asked. Her voice didn't sound right. Had she slurred her words? "That's how you know a Selkie," the patron said. "By their dark hair and dark eyes, like those of a seal." Another full pint had appeared in front of Emma. "I'll take my bill now," she said, before another beer appeared. She signed the credit card slip and stumbled outside. The chilly breeze did little to clear her head. Emma giggled at the story, a seal coming ashore and peeling off his skin to reveal a man. She flapped her lips. Maybe she was lonely. Emma found a wooden staircase from the street to the beach below and held tight to the railing, taking each step cautiously. Yes, she was drunk, and no, she shouldn't be walking steps, but she had an urgent desire to reach the seashore. Bitter tears slid down her face. She didn't have time for a boyfriend. She had more important things to worry about. When she reached the beach, she laughed at the legend once more while she wiped tears from her eyes and washed her hands in the surf. 2 men splashed and laughed at the shoreline. Both men peeled off a layer of black. Wetsuits? Or sealskin?